Take a guess. Are Orange County sales up or are Orange County sales down compared to last year at this time? Well, I bet some of you guys are going to figure it out, but let me tell you right now what's going on. This is Dean Odell with Seven Gables Real Estate and the Odell Group. We almost got 2 months down in the year, so we have some data to share with you. Let's get started right now. Okay, so looking at the inventory, where are we today? We are up from last year. We are up almost 300 plus homes from last year, and that's good because we need it. Take a look at those lines. You can see what the 3-year average is. We are still below that. We're following the orange line now for 2026, and you can see how that has compared to prior years, and you can see how little inventory we had back in 2024 as compared to now. So things are getting better for the buyers. They have more inventory to choose from, but what's going on with demand? Now we know interest rates are better, so let's look at demand. Okay, now here we are this year versus last year, almost the same amount of demand. So buyers, what's going on? Because you know what? Pricing hasn't changed as much as your purchasing power has changed. For most of you guys, you can purchase a lot more home this year at today's interest rates versus last year, but yet the sales data is pretty close. So we have an affordability issue. That's what we have. But nevertheless, let's look at the expected marketing time. Where we were last year was 61 days. Right now, we're 6 days slower. Not bad. If you guys have been watching this from the beginning of the year, you know that we're picking up speed here. We were much further behind than that. I think we were down as many as 3 weeks from the previous year in some of the prior episodes we had. So now let's look. We're picking up speed. We're at 67 days. 2 weeks ago, we were at 75. Again, picking up speed. And what was that 3-year average prior to COVID? 63. So are we returning to more of a normalized market? I would say so. Normalized market, less inventory and less sales going on, but that ratio still keeping things in check for a more normalized market. Then we always want to look at how does that compare in price range? So if you look at where the market's at, you can still see it is a hot seller's market between 750 and 1,500,000. A little bit less of a seller's market between 0 and 750 tells you the first time buyers are either asleep at the wheel and they're not understanding that they got more purchasing power, or maybe we're just starting to run out of those first time buyers between 0 and 750,000. Time's going to tell us on that, but you can see that the seller controls the market all the way up to $2.5 million. From $1,500,000 to 2.5, you can see that's a slight seller's market, and then a slight buyer's market begins after the $2.5 million mark. But that marketing time for the $2.5 to $4 million has been coming down. It's actually faster than last year. Last year was at 131 days. It's now at 123 days, which really puts us more in a balanced market, or pretty darn close. We're only 3 days away there from a balanced market. So then from 4 million to 6 million, you could see that is also going faster as well. And some of this probably has to do with interest rates. Not everybody's paying all cash in these price ranges, right? At $2.5 to $6 million. So the price ranges are doing better because interest rates are doing better. So the deep buyers market still over $6 million, almost always a slow market over $6 million. We've never really had a hot seller's market over $6 million, right? So let's talk about next. How are we looking based on closed homes above their list price? Well, at the end of January, we don't have February's data in yet, but at the end of January, we still had 22% of the homes that were closing above the list price. We had 12% that were selling at the list price. So you look at that, that means 1/3 of the homes are selling at either list price or better, and about 2/3 of them are selling below. And you can see how that looks on the chart. Freeze that, take a look at it, but pricing is crucial. So let me give you my advice now for buyers and sellers. Okay, we're slowly exiting the winter's market here, and we're seeing inventory come to market. I know our team is working on probably 6 different listings right now, getting them ready for the market between all the team members. So we'll be launching those in the next few weeks. So if you are a buyer out there and you're looking for inventory that's maybe off market, you might want to shoot us a message. We can tell you if we've got something that works for you. Got all the different price ranges coming up. Buyers are going to continue to see this. It looks like inventory is going to be a little bit higher than last year, which is great. We need it. But you can also see that demand is still relatively strong based on its relationship to the amount of inventory that's out there. So every time we see a good listing come up, I mean, there's multiple offers on it if it's priced well. The sellers are finally starting to realize, and sellers, I'm talking to you now as well, the sellers are finally starting to realize that what's more important is getting the house priced right, because the information is going out to the buyer community almost instantaneously through all these programs, right? Everybody's got automatic searches and they've got agents reaching out to them. Everybody's getting this information instantaneously. Sellers, if your house is not priced right and it doesn't look appealing on the market when they look at the pictures, because that is your first showing, you're probably not going to get the results that you want. So you're going to have to price accordingly depending on the condition of your home, the location of your home. Buyers are being more discreet. There is somewhat of an affordability issue right now, right? It's very expensive to own a home. There's a lot of different moving parts. You got the property taxes are higher now. You've got the insurance costs are higher now. You got the utilities are higher now. Everything's more expensive to own a home than it's ever been. And so the buyers are being very cautious in terms of what they buy. So when you can put a product out there that appeals to them at the right price, they all know right away and figure it out very quickly, because most of them have been on automatic searches and looking since probably last fall for a home, maybe even last summer. So there's this buyer pool out there that is really educated and just waiting for the right property to come on. So how do you make your property the right property for the buyers out there? Call us. That's what we do. We're in the middle of prepping 3 homes right now. We're painting, we're carpeting, we're doing all kinds of landscaping. We're doing all this stuff. It's all part of the package that we offer you as sellers. The guys that we've worked with, God, they've prepped, I don't know, at least 300 properties for us. We give you a project manager. She heads up the whole process along with staging, everything else. We'll have that thing looking good. Go to our website, theodellgroup.com. See how we present our properties. See how they look online. This is the reason we get all our listings sold. We haven't had an expired listing in, I don't even remember, like it's got to be 5 or 6 years, So anyway, and we've sold hundreds of them, and we can sell yours too. So give us a call. We'll help you out. We'll give you the best information, net you the most money. So we're going to see you guys in 2 weeks, and we will see what the data says then. It's getting to be that time of year where things are changing rapidly. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.